Welcome back to Go Gaddis Real Estate Radio. In this segment, in our Neighborhood Spotlight, we're featuring Summer Lake in McDonough for those who live south of town. Also, there has been a recent slide in the percentage of homeowner-homed households versus rental households. And there are so many online scams that we need to worry about in Metro Atlanta and anywhere else. My name is Cleve Gaddis, and again, you're listening to Go Gaddis Real Estate Radio. Our goal here is to help you go from novice to confident pro so life's biggest real estate moves feel clear and have some clarity around them, and you can be confident and they're not so scary. If you have questions or other topic ideas, go to gogaddisradio.com, Gogaddis radio.com. You can send us a note. You can nominate your neighborhood to be featured in our Neighborhood Spotlight, and you can subscribe to our podcast or our YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and jump into it. If you are thinking of selling your home anytime in the next 12 to 18 months, we want to make sure you get the upside. And you're probably thinking, well, yeah, I want to get the upside too. But what that means specifically is, in the past, 20 years ago, if you wanted to sell a house, there was one way to sell it. I mean, it was listed on the listing service, sell it for two ways, for sale by owner or on the listing service. And the for sale by owner has always been a very, very small percentage of the U.S. market. Today, you could sell your home for cash, get a guaranteed cash offer, close in 21 days, hit the road, be gone to your new place. Is that right for everybody? No. Is it right for some families? Absolutely it is, because the timing is the most important thing to them. Other people want to list their home as is, whereas sell it without making any repairs or doing anything. Is that a possibility? Sure it is. Does it affect the price? Absolutely it does, but it is definitely a possibility. Third, maybe you want to do a little improvement to your home. Fix it up. Maybe you're thinking, gosh, I would make some improvements to my home in a heartbeat to sell it, because I know if I spent $5,000, I could sell it for $20,000 or $25,000 more, but maybe you don't even have the money. Well, we offer what's called a rehab and refresh program, where we will come out, we will design the rehab program or the cosmetic rehab program. We will get estimates. We will actually pay for all of the repairs in advance, provided you have enough equity, and we'll collect the money back at closing. And the overall cost to you is almost negligible when it comes to the amount of additional money you will get. And then finally, you could actually go buy your new home before you sell your current home. So we have a way to get you some funding to buy your new home, and then you can sell your current home and pay back for the funding on the new home. It's a really neat, slick opportunity. So if you're thinking about selling and you want to make sure that you understand what is the upside for you, what is the right thing to do based on your situation, not your neighbor's situation, not your sister's situation, not your coworker's situation, but what is the best for your situation. That's what the upside is all about. And to find out more, go to gogaddisradio.com, Gogaddis radio.com. Click on the upside, put in just a little bit of information. We'll follow up with you, set an appointment. I will personally review it with you myself. Even if you're already thinking you have a real estate professional you'd like to work with, it can't hurt to have a conversation with somebody else. There's no cost, no obligation. We'd certainly love to get your business. But if you decide you want to take what we've taught you and do it with somebody else, then we say more power to you, because our goal on this show is to put you in a position where you can be confident in the real estate decisions that you make. Each week, we pick one specific Metro Atlanta neighborhood to call out critical changes to let you know as a homeowner in the neighborhood whether or not you have a particular advantage when it comes to selling your house. And this works for everybody in the neighborhood. And this one is Summer Lake. This is in McDonough. This is Henry County. From I-75, use exit 216 to go west on Highway 155, which is North McDonough Road. The neighborhood is on the left, and you will use you can use Summer Way to enter the neighborhood. Residents of Summer Lake have access to a range of amenities, including a community clubhouse, pickleball and tennis courts, 2 swimming pools, playground, walking trails. The neighborhood is built around Painted Turtle Lake, with some homes being lakefront with private docks, which is really cool. The neighborhood boasts a community dock, and boating and fishing are allowed. What's biting in Painted Turtle Lake? The lake is known for its largemouth bass and bluegill fishing. It has good access to I-75. It is 15 minutes from McDonough Main Street with music and shopping and restaurants. McDonough loves their geraniums. It's nicknamed the Geranium City. McDonough holds a yearly geranium festival, which I think is probably pretty cool. 20 minutes or less to McDonough's multiple community parks, including Alexander Park, Big Springs Park, Heritage Park. Heritage Park is has a 180-year-old settler's cabin, a one-room schoolhouse, and Henry County's first library. Heritage Park is also home to the annual Kiwanis Henry County Fair, 5 days of rides, shows, and delicious food. So it is in a great location. Let's take a look at the neighborhood. There is 385 homes plus or minus in the neighborhood. In 2022, there were 7 homes sold. They took an average of 10 days from listing to contract, and the average sales price was $356,186. Now in 2023, prices dropped about $25,000. 8 homes sold. They took an average of 76 days from listing to contract, and the average sales price dropped from $356,000 to $327,000. Unfortunately, in the neighborhood in 2024, 8 homes sold, took an average of 47 days, and prices dropped another, let's just call it $8,000 to $319,000, right on the nose. And year to date this year, there have been 8 homes sold. They've taken an average of 39 days listing to contract, and sales prices slipped just a little bit more, another $12,000 to $363. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the average price of a home is for sale in the neighborhood, that if you took the average quality home, the average price is going down. It could be that sometimes homes that need a little bit more work, or smaller homes, or something like that. But it does look like prices have been sliding backwards ever since 2022 in the neighborhood. If we take a look at it, the $95,950 average sales price in the neighborhood in 2012, and we compare that to the year-to-date price in 2025 of $307, homeowners in the neighborhood have gained equity to the tune of $100,190,000. $100,190,000. If you have questions about Summer Lake and McDonough or any other neighborhood in Atlanta, go to gogaddisradio.com. You can ask us questions. You can connect with us. You can ask us to meet you about helping you buy a home or helping you sell a home. Or if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, just call 770-497-0000. Also, if you're looking for a home for sale in Metro Atlanta and you're not finding what you're looking for on the websites that you're currently using, it could be that you need to change and search on a different website. I recommend you use suremls.com, suremls.com. Why? Well, because suremls.com, that's our website. It pulls listings from both listing services here in Metro Atlanta to make sure that it is not possible for you to miss anything that is listed in Metro Atlanta. Can you imagine wanting to buy a home in Brookhaven? You're searching on a website. It only pulls listings through the MLS, and there being 20 or 30 listings in your area, in your price range, that were in a different listing service, and so they're not showing up on the website you're using. Well, you can solve that problem by using Sure, suremls.com. Believe it or not, homeowner households dropped as a percentage for the first time since 2016. Renter households have jumped. A major real estate brand reported, citing affordability and other issues, but lower home prices could be the headline in a few months. They're saying a combination of affordability challenges and lifestyle trends is having an impact on the U.S. homeowner population. The number of homeowner households was estimated to be 86.2 million in the second quarter, down 0.1% year over year. While the decline is small, it's the first drop in nearly a decade. Renter households, on the other hand, rose 2.6% to 46.4 million. So if you think about it, there's 126 or 120, what would there be, 132 million households in the U.S., but that 2.6% increase in renter households is one of the largest increases during the past 20 years. The decrease in homeownership households reflects the challenges would-be buyers continue to face. America's homeowner population is no longer growing, really, because rising home prices, high mortgage rates, and economic uncertainty have made it increasingly difficult to own a home. It's so interesting. I remember when homeownership stayed in the 65% range, and it continues to slip. I don't know what the number is because I didn't do the math, but it seems like it's around a 60% rate right now. And I do think home ownership is very, very good for the country, if you ask me. I think it's very, very good for the country. If you are thinking about buying a home, or you're thinking about selling a home anywhere in Metro Atlanta, north, south, east, or west, my family's been in real estate since 1987. My business partner's family's been in real real estate since just about the same time. The name of our company is Modern Traditions Realty Group, and you might think, oh, that's kind of an interesting name. Well, we take the traditions that we learned in the past from our parents and the way we deal with people with honesty and integrity and doing what we say we're going to do, and we basically apply that in all of the modern ways. So we take the relationships that you expected from the 1990s and early 2000s, and we use them in a 2025 high technology world, and it works fairly well. We're going to close out the show by talking about online scams. They are pervasive, not persuasive. They're persuasive too. But according to SoFi, I think it is, SoFi, they really seem to infiltrate pretty much every aspect of our lives. My mother forwards via text or email to me at least a couple of times a week. It almost seems like every day, but something's just, and it just says, she doesn't say anything. She just sends it to me. And then my job is to send her back a text response or an email that says it's a scam or it's not a scam. But listen to this. Internet crime led to a record $16.6 billion in reported losses last year. $16.6 billion. And think about it, a lot of it probably was not reported, and that was 33% higher than 2023. This is data from the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, and it shows the average loss per complaint was almost $20,000. When are you most vulnerable? Many scams try to exploit job seekers. Be careful of that. Also, many try to exploit your Amazon account or the fact that you have a Wells Fargo account, saying you need to go in and reset your password. And my suggestion is, if you're receiving any notices like that and you don't know whether or not it's a scam, just assume it's a scam and call the company. All the companies you're dealing with have a number you can call. Just give them a call. I appreciate you listening to another week's edition of Go Gaddis Real Estate Radio. We'll be back same time, same station next week. I look forward to talking to you then, Atlanta. Have a great week.